Guys, it's a new year, but we are back, and thank you so much for your patience. Here on the Couch Channel, where we just, if you're new, it's a new year, you're looking at something new. We like to play video games, like to look at video game news, and like to, just try not to suck too much while we have fun. And one of the things I'm looking forward to having fun with next year, that's a segue, is 2 Point Museum, which Video Games Chronicle has a preview of. We have not had a lot of news the last few weeks, both because, it's Christmas and then New Year's, and I try to not keep up with the channel terribly much. I try to have a lot of stuff pre-made for it, for Let's Plays and stuff, so you guys get content. But just as importantly, not a ton of news happens in the second half of December, traditionally. There's a couple of stories, but I unless it's huge, I try to just let it go. But we are looking here, as our friend Chris Gullion here, talking about one of the 2 Point Museum is coming out in March. I cannot wait. And although you can't move for simulation games these days, the 2 Point series fills a niche that has been forgotten for too long. And 2 Point Hospital was the spiritual successor to the 90s classic Sim Theme Hospital, which it was. 2 Point Studios is a lot of new talent, but also a lot of people from the old school Bullfrog studio, which made Theme Hospital and also a Dungeon Keeper game. I really wish that 2 Point would make Dungeon as well, just because I think they'd be good at it. But, they're doing pretty well. And, yeah, I don't... Although you can't move for simulation games these days, had to reread that sentence a couple of times. Maybe I'm just dumb. But I was like, what does that even mean? But there is the spiritual successor, which delivered that perfect British sense of humor and absurdity that so many other imitators lack. And yeah, the two, some people have always made fun of me for it. It's like, man, I wish I could get as much joy as Cal does from any game series that he gets out of the 2 Point games. And look, they're just fun. I mean, we played a lot of 2 Point Hospital. We fully completed 2 Point Campus. I know that one of the space DLC says I did not, but I proved to you via the recording that was an error. It was not tracking the students properly, so I'm going to say it counts. But the second game, 2 Point Campus, was even more interesting because the studio was then able to take that Bullfrog feel and apply it to an entirely new setting instead of a hospital. And that was really cool because they literally just took what made the series work the first time and did the opposite of. In 2 Point Hospital, what did you go? To treat patients as quickly, as efficiently as possible. You want to get them in and then out as fast as possible so that you do not have a bunch of patients waiting around and dying. 2 Point Campus took that basic gameplay loop and turned it on its head. You don't want these students in and out as soon as possible. You want them here for 3 to 4 in-game years for most of those degrees. You want them here for the maximum time. And, they did some stuff, for like money. You get bonus money depending on how much they learn. I've never really figured out the relationship part of it because it was really hard. Maybe I was just supposed to spam the items more, but I don't know. But it was a really cool, different take on it. And, of course, they had, like, night school, and you're becoming medieval knights, and robotics, and you're building robots that, like, fly away like they're about to fight in a Super Robot War game. Bandai Namco, come on, man, where's my SRW? But now, with its third game, 2 Point Studios hopes to push the formula even further to make sure it's not the same routine. And, of course, this time, as the name always suggests, we are keeping control over a museum. Here's a beautiful screenshot of, I believe, the first type of museum you can build. Now, you build the walls yourself and all the stuff, and you can make it as big and move it as small. They have lots of stuff that we can see. You can just move around here. The gift shop. You've got to love the gift shop. And yes, I will be making it to where you have to exit through the gift shop. That is just smart construction, in my opinion. I'm going to force you to buy stuff. And, of course, the new row has new sets and goals and responsibilities. Naturally, the whole point is to put together a set of displays which keep visitors interested. But as is the case, there's much more to it than that. Simply chucking a bunch of old artifacts ain't going to ensure enough success. You have to there's a Y missing. Huh. You have to make sure they're placed in a suitable area, properly decorated and signposted, that you have enough donation boxes strategically placed in more interesting exhibits, that your staff will fit, don't run out of energy, and the janitors are on location to make sure that everything is going on. And then we have more pictures. Okay, that child should not be doing that. That child is at least observing it properly. I love how, though, the display is like you can just put it in the middle of the room and put other dinosaurs around. We have one from the, like, haunted thing, because, you know, 2 Point always has to have haunted. We've got the big hand. And here's what they say, you know, you've got some decorations. You've got a donation bin here with just a couple of coins. And yes, you will need security to both maintain keeping the control stuff in, as well as picking up the money, or else it could be stolen. You've got signage that I believe will, it, like, links to things. And we have a little lounge thing. We got some exits. Got more displays back here. That's really cool. There's a cheesy Gubbins thing there. And another display there. And then we have another shot of our museum. There is one of our workers maintaining this exhibit. A couple of people look at it. Child pouting. Some really interesting stuff here. Another dinosaur. There's the entrance. You will have these little entrance booths where you have to buy tickets from. Donation bin right there. And, of course, the always beloved gift shop where you've got tons of stuff. You got little onesies they can buy. You have toys they can buy. Displays. That's kind of creepy that you can sell the man-eating plants. All kinds of good stuff, though. Why didn't it go to this one? So here's another shot of our prehistoric museum. And I like that they're not using the same museum in each one. But they're like showing you can make this is obviously a very high level display because it's all by itself. We've got a little snack corner and bathroom break thing over here. I don't think I've seen a museum with more than one bathroom, so unless they get massively big, I don't think you need more than one bathroom. We have a staff only door here to make sure that you're controlling the flow. There's a staff lounge here, there's a security room here. And then there is that same, the word just dropped out of my head. I'm so stupid. There is the same gift shop here. Something back here because there's an attendant and snack machines. Maybe it's like a little mini cafeteria they've set up. We've got more stuff. We have more stuff here. All kinds of good stuff. There's the chopper, which we'll get to in a second. In this sense, at least, although the tasks are different, the overall structure remains the same, and you'll feel right at home with the 2 Point Museum and its UI, which is good. Look, if the UI is good enough, you don't need to make massive changes to it. You do want it to be easy to pick up. But the main difference comes with the expeditions, which see you gaining in-game content in a more proactive way. Instead of just allocating funds to researchers and automatically unlocking new items over time, this time you must actually be in charge of sending your staff on various trips around the world. They vary in duration and danger, so obviously the longer and deadlier journeys are the ones that would deliver the most interesting artifacts for your museum. You have to earn these adventures, however. At first, your map only shows 1 or 2 locations, but by meeting various objectives across the game, you unlock new ones, organically growing the map. And the rest of it is just a nice little write-up that they like it, they've spent time with it. But yeah, I like the whole, that's what the chopper is for, the expeditions, because you will send your staff out. And as we saw in the last preview video, go ahead and go find it if you would like to see it. The researcher and a janitor went on an expedition to go find stuff, which means that you will need a lot of staff. And they come back in like a loot system, like common, uncommon, rare, epic. I don't know if there's going to be more than that because they haven't fully explained it, but yeah. So the game looks great. We're definitely going to be playing it on the channel. I see no reason not to. And I am looking forward to this. This is just a quick little preview video to let you know that Video Games Chronicles has a really good article and you should be looking at them for content, as well as to let you know that 2 Point Museum is still coming, as well as to let you know that regular news videos, or irregular because it depends on how much news is out there, should be coming back to the channel. And I hope that we can have a more positive 2025 because, God, how many bad stories did Ubisoft alone make me cover? Like the Assassin's Creed garbage, the bombing of Star Wars Outlaws, the layoffs. It was terrible. The video game news was not very happy in 2024. I really, really, really want to make sure that it gets better. So guys, let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to 2 Point Museum. What games are you wanting to play in early spring? Because I also want to play the Luno remake, but I need to make sure that we're done with the other RPGs that are currently playing on the channel. And you know what else you can do? You can play more games, because games are awesome and you deserve awesome. We're back, baby. It's 2025.